Luzon, Visayas, at Mindanao.
Let's cool it! Mga kalabaw! Handa na ba kayo?
Metro Manila's greatest hits is back.
Ang lahat ng drama, ang lahat ng tawanan, musika at anong paman. Magkakasama pa rin tayo mga kalamaw. Sa lungkot at ligaya, kami pa rin ang iyong paboritong tambayan. Broadcasting live from TVH Group of Networks. Ang iyong himpilan, ang iyong tahanan. Number 1 sa Mega Manila.
You are listening to Cool FM. Live from Cool Studios. This is koolNews at 6.
Good evening, Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. This is Stephen Amanagdaso for koolNews at 6. You're listening to us right here on Cool FM Nationwide and News Radio 93.1 on bringing the latest stories that care for you. As of now, here are the class and work suspensions for tomorrow, November 18, 2024, Monday, due to Super Typhoon Pepito. Here we have Laguna, Cavite, Tarlac, Pangasinan, Nueva Ecija, Pandi, Bulacan, Baliwag, Bulacan, Santa Maria, Bulacan, Laurel, Batangas, Liam, Batangas, and Morong, Rizal, with suspensions for all levels in both public and private schools. With the additional suspension in government offices for Tarlac and Pangasinan, Atimunan, Quezon will be suspending the preschool to senior high school in public and private. As the Super Typhoon continued to strengthen this week, a series of evacuations are happening as the number of evacuees in Aurora reached 18,994 as of Sunday morning, as Super Typhoon Pepito was forecast to make landfall in the province in the afternoon. At least 13,244 evacuees from 8 towns in the province were in 149 evacuation centers, while 4,870 were staying with their relatives in safer areas. Storm surges in 4 coastal villages in San Luis Town were also reported, but details were unavailable as of posting. Tropical cyclone wind signal number 4 was raised over the province. According to the Provincial Disaster Risk Reduction Management Office, torrential rains with typhoon force winds forced more residents to take shelter in the safer areas. Also, in Quirino, at least 174 families or 500 people in this town were evacuated on Sunday as the typhoon unleashed heavy rains and winds. Also by the PDRMO, which reported 91 families or 249 evacuees recorded in Agdipay town. 47 families or 142 evacuees were logged in Cabalogis in Madela. 24 families or 64 individuals were evacuated. 8 families or 31 people were evacuated in Difon, while 4 families or 14 individuals were taken to shelters in Nagtipunan. Pag-asa said in its 2 p.m. bulletin earlier that Pepito is posing potentially dangerous and life-threatening situation over the Aurora province as it maintains its strength ahead of the landfall. The center of Pepito's eye was over the coastal waters of Baler, Aurora as of Sunday afternoon. Its maximum sustained winds were at 185 kilometers per hour near the center, with gustiness of 230 kilometers per hour. It was moving northwestward at 20 kilometers per hour. The Municipal Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Office of Viga, Catanduanes, has asked the government to come up with a durable design for its operations center. In a Facebook post, the Viga MDRMO showed how Pepito damaged the ceilings of its center. A video showed responders holding a room ceiling to prevent it from collapsing. The post read, "We needed a design of the art operations center with an advanced architectural design that can withstand 300 kilometers per hour. Sana mapansin po sa taas." Based on the latest data from the NDRMC, 852,475 people nationwide were affected by Pepito as of today. The super typhoon was last spotted 100 kilometers east-southwest of Baler, Aurora. Christine exited the country's boundary last October 25, while Leon left the Philippine area of responsibility on November 1. On the other hand, Marce exited Par on November 8, and Dika on November 12. often left the Philippine area of responsibility on November 17. Metro Manila and various parts of the zone are at high risk of storm surge within the next 48 hours, the State Weather Bureau warned on Sunday morning. Pag-asa said a storm surge is the abnormal rise in sea level that occurs during tropical cyclones or typhoons. Pag-asa also warned it is caused by strong winds and low atmospheric pressures produced by tropical cyclones. As the tropical cyclone approaches the coast, strong winds push the ocean water over the low-lying coastal areas, which can lead to flooding. In line with this, the State Weather Service advised the public in these areas to stay away from the coast or beach, cancel all marine activities, and move to higher grounds away from the coast and storm surge-prone areas. In its 8 a.m. cyclone update, Pag-asa said Pepito is over the Philippine Sea east of Quezon Province, moving at 15 kilometers per hour. The government is set to distribute 750 million pesos financial assistance and relief items to residents affected by Super Typhoon Pepito and recent cyclones in the Bicol region. In a statement on Sunday, Speaker Martin Romualdez's office said the House of Representatives and the Department of Social Welfare and Development launched the Tabang Bicol Tindog Oragon Relief Initiative to aid the residents in the region. It said the relief effort includes 3 major activities: financial assistance payouts, a mini Bago Pilipinas servicio fair, and the distribution of relief goods. According to the House Deputy Secretary General Sofonias Ponyong Gabonada, the distribution of financial aid covered by the DSWD's Assistance for Individuals in Crisis Situations program will begin on Monday, November 18. Romualdez's office said that the mini BPSF, scheduled for November 21, will offer residents access to vital government services, including housing, healthcare, and livelihood programs, according to Gabonada. It will take place in Jesse Robedo Coliseum in Naga City, Cafuelte Sports Complex in Pili, and BUPC Gymnasium in Polangui. In less than a month, 6 weather disturbances affected the Philippines: severe tropical storm Christine, Typhoon Leon, Typhoon Marce, Typhoon Ika, Typhoon Afel, and Pepito. In the other news, despite solidifying its position as a leader in biotechnology in Southeast Asia, regulatory hurdles stemming from legal woes hampered the adoption of genetically modified crops in the country. The Philippines continues to be a leader in biotechnology in Southeast Asia, having been the first in the region to have a regulatory framework on genetically engineered crops. The U.S. Department of Agriculture's Foreign Agricultural Service said in its Agricultural Biotechnology Annual Report. So far, biosafety permits for commercial propagation have been issued for the following commodities: corn, gold rice, eggplant, and cotton. The area planted with GE corn has expanded by more than 6,500% to 709,000 hectares as of February this year, from only 10,600 hectares in 2003, equivalent to about 85% of the total corn area in the country. Amid this progress, the Court of Appeals halted the commercial release of golden rice, locally known as malusog rice, and BT eggplant in April this year, with the issuance of the writ of kalikasan due to environment and public health concerns. It revoked the biosafety permits issued to the Philippine Rice Research Institute and the University of the Philippines Los Baños for the commercial propagation of both genetically modified crops. The appellate court granted the writ of kalikasan in favor of petitioners led by Magsasaka at Siyentipiko para sa Pag-unlad Agrikultura or Masipag and Greenpeace Southeast Asia. A writ of kalikasan is a legal remedy for persons whose constitutional right to a balanced and healthful ecology is violated. The PhilRice recently said it filed a petition for review on certiorari with a request for a temporary restraining order and preliminary injunction seeking to reverse the CA's decision. Golden rice is the first genetically modified rice variety for improved nutrition developed by PhilRice with the International Rice Research Institute, which contains additional levels of beta-carotene which the body converts into vitamin A. BT eggplant, on the other hand, contains natural protein from the soil bacterium Bacillus thuringiensis, making it resistant to eggplant fruit and shoot borer. The report also highlighted other strides made by the Philippines, such as being the first in the region to issue regulatory frameworks on GE crops. It covers the cultivation and regulation of plants and plant products derived from the using plant breed innovations. It said The country has also drafted the regulations on animal biotechnology, but the policy has not been released. According to the foreign agency, the draft covers genetically modified fish and other aquatic resources, domesticated animals and biological products used for animal husbandry for veterinary purposes, and biological agents used for biocontrol. The local bourse is looking more attractive this week, with traders hunting for cheap stocks likely to give the benchmark stocks index a boost, albeit only a slight lift. After briefly entering the bull market, the Philippine Stock Exchange Index has plunged by more than 13% from its recent high. It closed at 6,676.65 on Friday, down by 4.3% week on week, representing its deep dive in the last month. The market's 4-week fall has brought it to even more attractive levels, opening the possibility of bargain hunting in this week's trading, said Jafet Tanchanco, research head at PhilStocks Financial Incorporated. At the same time, Tanchanco pointed out that the weak peso may still pull down the PSEI towards the 6,400 level, which it has not touched since August 6. He also noted that the rise of U.S. Treasury yields may strengthen the dollar further versus other currencies as it becomes more attractive to the global investors. Tanchanco sees the market's resistance level at the 6,700 to 6,800 range. Trading platform 2TradeAsia.com likewise noted that a rally may not yet be seen in the near term, considering global uncertainties, including Donald Trump's impending comeback as the president of the world's largest economy. 2TradeAsia advises traders to look toward oversold shares for rebound plays in the short or medium term. It sees the market's immediate support level at 6,550 and resistance at 7,000. We will continue to bring you more news and headlines when koolNews at 6 returns, only here on Kool FM Nationwide and News Radio 93.1. We will be right back after the short break. This koolNews edition was brought to you by Unique Toothpaste, Maxalaga with maximum fluoride protection, manufactured by ACS Manufacturing Corporation, ISO certified world-class quality. ACS. Yakult Probiotic Drink. Yakult, panalo ka tiyan. Your Ace Supermarket, ang budget-friendly supermarket ng Pilipinas. Now in 6,900 locations around the Philippines and Southeast Asia. Pride Bar Blue, hindi lang puti, kisla puti. Manufactured by ACS Manufacturing Corporation. ISO certified world-class quality. ACS. Surf Bar and Fabric Conditioner. And Venom Power Chit Energy Drink with Malunggay.
EXL Makabuhay Plus!
Idol, si Randy Canedo, ang inyong kauban sa radyo. Ako'y pailaila kaninyo ang EXL Makabuhay Plus. Masaligan yun sa tanan. Wala na'y laing mulabaw pa niini. 17 ingredients nga purong herbal o vegan. Daghan ang naghatag na sa ilang mga testimony. Ay mo ang batasan ang pagtumar sa EXL Makabuhay Plus. Buntag, udto o gabi. Aron masigurado na to ang kahimsog sa atong padlawas. May buhay sa EXL Makabuhay.
Nay, dali ra gud nay, na ako'y capsule nay ba nga lami kini siya nay. Nindot kini para sa imong maintenance nay.
Unsa man na Magnum C nga kapsul?
Dili nay, lahi ni siya nay. Epektibo pagid kaayo ni nga kapsula nay.
Dili ko ana. Magnum C ra jud ako ang kapsul. Ug paimnon ko nimo ana, di nataka ilhon nga apo. Maunang Magnum C ra jud ako. Kasabot ka?
Di na yun mapugngan ang pagsalig sa katauhan sa Magnum C, the most trusted by seniors. Laging healthy sa Magnum C.
Hindi magpapahuli ang EXL Makabuhay Plus Dietary Capsule. Ito ay gawa sa mga piling sangka tulad ng makabuhay, moringa, neem, guyabano, luya, bawang, cinnamon, turmeric, mangosteen, serpentina, oregano, lagundi, vitamin C, sodium ascorbate at B-complex vitamins. Kaya sa pagtahak ng ating mga pangarap, siguraduhin alagaan ang iyong kalusugan. Maabot mo pa ba ang pangarap mo? Kung may sakit ka na, stay healthy with proper diet and exercise. Kasama ang EXL Makabuhay Plus Capsule. Kahit gaano kahirap ang iyong pinagdadaanan ngayon, huwag kang bibitaw. Laban lang. Go for health. Go for life with EXL. May buhay sa makabuhay.
Hindi birong maging isang ina. Dapat hands-on ka sa maraming bagay, lalo na sa mga iniinom na gamot. Dapat ready ka. Kaya kapag may sakit sa pamilya ko, gaya ng sakit ng ulo, sakit sa katawan na may kasamang lagnat dulot ng sipon, allergic rhinitis o sinusitis, Simdex D ang ipinapainom ko. Gamot laban sa sintomas ng trangkaso. Simdex D is available in Mercury Drug Stores and other drug stores near you. Phenylpropanolamine hydrochloride chlorpheniramine malate paracetamol is the generic name of Simdex D. If symptoms persist, consult your doctor.
Also available Simdex D Syrup for kids and Simdex D Forte for adults.
Ay, bakit kaya may sakit na naman siya?
Mga kababayan, ang pagbabakuna ay subok, epektibo at ligtas na proteksyon na ating katawan laban sa mga sakit. Simula sa ika-7 ng Oktubre, sa pagtutulungan ng Department of Health at ng Department of Education, maaari nang makapagbakuna ng libre sa mga pampublikong paaralan. Sa isang bagong Pilipinas, bawat buhay mahalaga.
Responsibly. Sa bawat unos, may kalakip na pag-asa. Sa bawat pagsubok, may bagong simula. Para sa mga SMEs, kooperatiba, korporasyon o power utility na apektado ng sakuna, naririto ang Land Bank Cares Plus program para sa inyo. Layunin ng Land Bank na matulungan kayong makaangat at makabalik sa normal ang inyong business operations upang matulungan ang inyong komunidad na makaahon. Ang Land Bank Cares Plus Lending Program ay maaasahang suporta para sa inyong muling pag-angat. For more details, visit the Land Bank Lending Center near you or call 02-8405-700 or visit www.landbank.com. Your future powered by Land Bank.
Api ka ba sa batas? Huwag kang mag-alala, may lapid law na magtatanggol sa iyo mula kay Senador Lito Lapid. Ito ang Republic Act 9999 o ang Free Legal Assistance Law para sa mga walang abogado. Kahit na sinong lawyer ay pwede mong kunin ng libre dahil pwede nilang ikaltas sa tax nila ang charge nila sa kaso mo. Kasi nga, isa lang sa inyo ang dapat bigyan ng Public Attorney's Office o PAO ng abogado na kalaban mo sa kaso. Sa Free Legal Assistance Law o ang Lapid Law, may abogado ka na agad. Lingkod Lapid para sa masang Pilipino. Senator Lito Lapid. Senator Lito Lapid.
Si Vic Soto po ito. Alam nyo ba, kahit saan ako magpunta sa mundo, ang tanging tinatanggap na premium quality elastomeric paint ay yung gawa sa 100% acrylic. Hindi namumulbos. Di basta kumukupas ang kulay. Pangmatagalan. Para sa akin, yan ang gold standard. Kaya sa pagbili ng elastomeric paint, siguraduhin yung may tatak na 100% acrylic. Hanapin ang Davis Sun and Rain 100% acrylic elastomeric paint. Basta pintura, hanapin ang tatak Davis.
Welcome Christmas home with holiday cheer. Head to SM Home and shop from our merry selection of delightful decor. From classic Christmas trees to sparkly ornaments, we've got what you need this holiday season at SM Home.
Mommy, may aircon na tayo sa CR? Safeguard Arctic Fresh lang yan, nak. May cooling bango. At patay ang 99.9% of germs sa tested bacteria. Yung ibang sabon, hanggang lamig lang. Ito, may germ protection.
Oh, Mommy, wag na tayo bibili ng iba, ha? Dito lang tayo sa Safeguard Arctic Fresh. Shoo away germs. Safeguard Arctic Fresh. Germs off, aircon cool on.
Results may vary.
Pasko na naman! Ang saya at ang sarap ng Pasko ay tulad lang naman ng pagbabago ng kutis ko. Alagang-alaga ako ng gandang natural herbal soap. Kaya naman, ang laki ng pagbabago. Mga kati-kati at tigyawat ay wash out. Kaya ngayong Pasko, sadyang masaya ako. Maggandang natural papaya with tawas and turmeric soaps, kinu-whitening ka na rin, my dear. Available na sa mga botika, drugstores, groceries, Shopee at Lazada.
Coco Martin po, certified Argentina corned beef lover. Kasi naman, ang hibla, malaman. Made with 100% real beef pa. At masarap talaga. Hinahanap-hanap kita. Sarap ng Argentina. Sa presyong abot kaya. Promise. Busog ang araw-araw ko. As part of 3 complete meals.
You're listening to Cool FM.
Number 1 sa Mega Manila.
Nationwide pa! Welcome back. Criminal complaints should be filed against former President Rodrigo Duterte for his alleged violations of international humanitarian law in connection with his administration's drug war, which claimed thousands of lives. Batangas 2nd District Representative Jervil Luistro made the recommendation in a statement on Sunday. During the House of Representatives Quad Committee hearing last November 13, Luistro presented data showing that 6,252 people died in police anti-drug operations as of May 2022, while 27,000 to 30,000 extrajudicial killings, including vigilante-style murders, were committed during the campaign. The lawmaker reported that 427 activists, human rights defenders, and grassroots organizers died as of December 2021, while 166 land and environmental defenders died as of December 2020. She also reported that 23 journalists and media workers died as of April 2022. 66 members of the judiciary and legal profession died as of December 2021, and 28 mayors and vice mayors died as of December 2021. Mr. President, my question is, when you implemented the war on drugs, did you strictly comply with the requirements of due process? Luistro asked. During the hearing, to which Duterte answered, yes. Contrary to the answer of the former president, I humbly believe that the former president and his war on drugs never complied with the requirements of due process, she said. She added, if indeed they followed the requirements of due process, wala po dapat ganitong karaming patay at ang maraming kaso na pending in court. She also pointed out that criminal complaints could be filed against Duterte based on his public admission of full legal and moral responsibility for the drug war. She said, by Mr. President's own admission of his accountability both to legal and illegal actions of the police, it is a humble submission of this representation, Mr. Chair, that the Quad Committee is ready to make recommendation for the filing of this necessary action in court. That is a violation of the law, Republic Act 9851, Act defining and penalizing crimes against international humanitarian law, or at the very least the murder cases as defined under the revised penal code, she said. The Quad panel also tackled Duterte's statements in past interviews. The former president admitted that his statement on taking responsibility can be equated to an extrajudicial confession of guilt. He told Luistro, yes, because I ordered the campaign against illegal drugs at kung anong ginawa nila, whether legal or not, ako nag-utos. In that sense, I take responsibility for their actions. Duterte also reiterated that he killed 6 or 7 people while he was Davao City Mayor, noting that he roamed the city waiting for the chance to kill the criminals. This is koolNews at 6. The government has deployed additional veterinarians to inspect slaughterhouses in the Philippines, bolstering efforts to combat African swine fever. Roberto Umali, Deputy Director of the National Meat Inspection Service, said additional veterinarians were assigned to check on slaughterhouses to take immediate action in case of a differential diagnosis. In meat inspection, differential diagnosis involves identifying possible conditions that exhibit symptoms of animal diseases such as ASF. Umali said regular or spot inspections are carried out regularly to ensure that meat products are safe for consumption. Yung monitoring spot-to-spot yan, hindi mo alam kung kailan darating po. Magkaka-counter-check yan sa mga slaughterhouses. Umali said on the sidelines of the Philippine-British Meat Trade Mission year-end gathering in Makati City. The NMIS, a specialized regulatory agency under the Department of Agriculture, is the country's sole national controlling and competent authority on matters related to meat inspection and hygiene for locally produced and imported meat. Umali said tapping more veterinarians forms part of a broader collaboration with the Bureau of Animal Industry to avoid the risk of infected animals entering slaughterhouses. He explained the ongoing dialogue between the BAL and MIS and operators and dealers to avoid the closure of slaughterhouses just because an infected hog entered a slaughterhouse. He noted, may mga proposal kasi ngayon, ang problema natin, ang may kasalanan, dealer. Bakit isasara yung slaughterhouse? May mga question na ganun. Ito yung gusto kong gawin ngayon. Papaano? Kasi on the part of the negosyante, especially the slaughterhouse operators, masakit yon, masaraduan ka, he said. In a move to reduce the risk of spreading animal diseases, the DA earlier ordered the establishment and operationalization of livestock, poultry, and meat inspection sites in strategic locations within and near Metro Manila. Although the BAI's National Veterinary Quarantine Services Division maintains major interregional checkpoints, there are no strategic inspection sites in the National Capital Region, a major destination for livestock and poultry commodities from southern Luzon provinces to the northern Luzon provinces and vice versa. This is outlined in Administrative Circular Number 10, which the DA issued after the resurgence of ASF in Calabarzon and the detection of new cases in other previously free areas. The DA is also reviewing the existing regulations governing the transport of livestock products such as chicken and pork to address supply problems caused by lingering animal health issues and manage price spikes during the holiday season. As of November 6, there are active ASF cases in 20 provinces in 6 regions based on the BAI's data. Breaking news as of 5:33 p.m. Philippine Standard Time, Valenzuela City, which remains under Typhoon Signal Number 2 due to Super Typhoon, in anticipation of the storm possible effects, in-person classes at all levels are suspended tomorrow at November 18. For more updates on class suspensions, we will have a special episode of Talk with Sed later at 7 p.m. tonight on Cool FM as he gives more details from the State Weather Bureau Pag-asa. Meanwhile, in Bulacan, a police officer and 2 suspects were injured in an anti-drug operation in Barangay Pandayan, Meycauayan City that also resulted in the confiscation of approximately 5.4 million pesos worth of shabu on Sunday morning. Based on a statement of Brigadier General Radico Mananan, Police Regional Office Central Luzon Director, operatives of the Special Drug Enforcement Unit under the Meycauayan City Police Station were conducting a casing and surveillance operations against suspects alias Dan and alias Annalyn when the former opened fire when in a private vehicle. Mananan said the police returned fire and despite the suspects' attempts to escape, they were quickly caught and arrested. Both suspects were shot while Captain Jose Clavario, chief of the Intelligence and Drug Enforcement Unit, sustained a wound to the left leg. The Provincial Forensic Unit quickly arrived to ensure proper investigation and processing of the crime scene. Aside from the seized 800 grams of suspected shabu, Mananan said an automatic 9mm Uzi rifle with ammunition and magazines were also found in the crime scene. We go ahead for the sports news. Far Eastern University coach Sean Chambers' first season with the Tamaraws for the UAAP Season 87 men's basketball tournament officially came to an end on Saturday. And one of the players that truly flourished under his system was Joric Bautista, who is a third-year guard, improved drastically in Chambers' first year as head coach for FEU, and it didn't go unnoticed. Said Bautista, I really learned a lot from him because he's also a coach for Gilas. He taught us a lot, taught us to never give up and believe in ourselves. Even when we're losing, he motivates us a lot and he's there to lead us, said Bautista in Filipino on Saturday at San Juan Arena. He said it to himself. He's built different. FEU failed to end Chambers' first Tamaraws coach tenure with win as they faltered to University of the Philippines with 86-78. Still, that didn't stop the Tamaraws from giving Chambers some things to build on for the next season. Among those were rookie VJ Pre and second-year shooter John Ray Pasaol, who finished with 15 points each, and Bautista's progress. Everything that happened now, he'll be learning from next year for us and the team. For me, I need to mature as a leader, and I know Coach is there to guide me. Bautista, who finished with 16 points, was the second leading scorer for the Tamaraws in Season 87, just behind Pre with 12.4 points plus 3.6 rebounds and 1.1 steals per game. Gilas Pilipinas coach Tim Cone expects 8-time PBA MVP Junmar Fajardo to pick up where he left off in the upcoming second window of the 2025 FIBA Asia Cup qualifiers. He was a dominant player in the OQT, or Olympic Qualifying Tournament, and we're expecting him to be in the same way for this window, says Cone. He's our mainstay and one of our big go-to guys. You see the way he affects the game with San Miguel, what kind of difference he makes when he plays or doesn't play. It's the same with Gilas. At 35, Fajardo is showing no signs of slowing down. Fresh off another dominant stint in the PBA Governors Cup, where he was named the best player of the conference for the 11th time, that further solidified his status as the league's greatest player ever. As dominant as he was in the PBA, Cone believes he'll be as impactful in the big man's latest national team stint against New Zealand and Hong Kong, respectively. He affects the game when he doesn't play, so he'll give us that inside presence. And the nice thing is Kai Soto and Junmar are developing a chemistry when they can play together, which is unusual for two fives to play together. And to wrap up this edition, the most beautiful day in the universe has concluded with a new queen. Miss Universe 2024 Victoria Kjær Dalvig from Denmark. Dalvig bested 124 other aspirants from different countries and territories across the world in ceremonies held at the Arena CDMX in Mexico City, Mexico, on November 16 or November 17 in Manila. She also made history as the first Danish queen to bring home the Miss Universe crown. The new queen inherited her title from Xieni Palacios, who became the first Nicaraguan woman to be crowned Miss Universe in last year's competition. Chidima Adesina of Nigeria settled for the first runner-up spot, while Maria Fernanda Beltran of Mexico was second runner-up. Opal Shutata Chuangsi of Thailand and Ileana Marquez Pedrosa of Venezuela finished as third and fourth runner-up, respectively. Philippines' Chelsea Manalo advanced to the top 30 of the competition but failed it to make to the top 12. She is the first black woman to represent the country in Miss Universe and holds a tourism management degree from De La Salle Araneta University. She has been modeling since she was a teenager. However, earlier, she also received the title as the first ever Miss Universe Asia. Dalvig is also the first Miss Universe queen to wear the Philippine-made crown, which debuted in this year's competition, the Lumiere de Infini, or Light of Infinity crown, which is provided by luxury jewelry maker Jewelmer, crafted by Filipinos using South Sea pearls from Palawan. Prior to her Miss Universe stint, Dalvig was a top 20 finalist in the 2022 Miss Grand International pageant held in Indonesia. This year's competition marked the first staging of the pageant under the shared ownership of JKN Global Group of Thailand and Legacy Holdings of Mexico. The 135-strong roster is also the biggest haul of delegates for the pageant, with the previous record at 94 in a 2018 competition won by Cationo Gray from the Philippines. Aside from Gray, the other former Miss Universe winners from the Philippines were Gloria Diaz in 1969, Malji Moran in 1973, and Pia Wurtzbach in 2015. Ladies and gentlemen, that is all for koolNews at 6. We will return later for Talk with Sen late at 7 p.m. for more news and headlines, especially on the special coverage on Typhoon Pepito. You can also send us your comments, suggestions, and feedback at tvh.philippines.news@gmail.com. I'm Stephen Iwanek del Sol, and take care. Stay safe, stay dry, and God bless the Republic of the Philippines.